terrible wound has been allowed to fester with these skin-saw masks and murderers. The goodly and innocent people cannot be meant to suffer by our idle actions. The heart of the infection lies within the Shadow Clock Tower.
All right, make a diplomacy check right there. How I'm gonna do this is like every so often I'm gonna ask you to roll a diplomacy check to see how the crowd is gauging you.
Oops.
Kind of like a multi-check diplomacy thing. You hear some of the clerics kind of like, a couple of common people like, hear him very well. All right.
Alright. We must muster all we can to repel the darkness and once again make the night safe for our children and neighbors. We have heard the calls of our deities to safeguard the lands, and to ignore that call is a dishonor none should dare live with. Pray to your gods for guidance, and let this be an alliance where the goodly people rose up and demanded justice.
All right, make another diplomacy check +5. Some of the common folk are like, cheering you on.
Oh, there we go.
A cleric seems to be interested as he tries to rouse his companions to listen to you more.
That no stench of evil dare encroach upon our protected lands. We seek not glory nor fame. We seek... No. Brothers and sisters, we demand justice. We demand that the evil that brought these masks and horrors into our world be purged. While the guard may handle thugs and criminals, this is a far deeper scar. This scar reeks with pus and disease, that only those that have answered the call of the goodly gods may purify. Like a parasite, an evil force shall find a nest and seek to spread its tendrils slowly and cautiously until it has completely enveloped the host in a stranglehold that no man or woman could stand against. Let us cut this filth from the city now. Let us stand together and remove this plague that infects our city.
You are interrupted. You are interrupted by someone in the crowd. Are you going to listen to this madman? A scab, is best left untouched, so that it may heal properly. And this man wants to scratch it and itch that scab and open it further to infection. Will you hear him or will you hear me?
I'm Karal Devarok of Temple Garam. Who are you?
Who I am is none of your business.
I say, sit, fool. You're the only one here thinking what you're thinking.
A couple of common folk. No, listen to him. Listen to him.
There's
Again,
no
friends.
healing to be done when the wound is this bad.
The crowd starts to get more raucous and louder as it's obviously split into 3 sides. One is the for Karal. One is kind of ambivalent. It's like whatever. And the second is or the third is kind of which is the lesser of the 3, but the loudest of the 3, ironically. That seems to be supporting this man. That's this man that is robed in a black and silver cloak.
Can we see his face at all?
No, you cannot.
Are there any symbols or anything on the robe?
Roxy's just gonna take her turn to say, well, at least Corral's trying to do something. We've seen a lot of inaction from the authorities, and people are dying because of it. Something needs to be done. And that's diplomacy.
Alright. And the guy goes, maybe nothing needs to be done. But he seems to be losing followers with your silver tongue and intimidating mascot of Corral.
Like to just raise my hands up. Did this trick before, and I really enjoy this trick. Channel positive energy.
Oh, okay, hold on. Hey, Jessa, what's up?
Hey, Jessa.
I don't think she's loaded up yet.
Okay. Maybe she's not loaded up.
I'm here.
Okay.
Hey!
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, guys.
That's
I
fine.
apologize
I
so
had-
much for being late.
I had faith that you would join. I have you with your horse right now. Kind of.
Okay, great.
Carl's in the middle of giving a big epic speech to get some support.
All right.
Okay. All right. I am here.
and-
I'm excited to play. Let's go.
All right. So, Karal, you channel positive energy.
Especially, I want to make sure that it's near our robed figure, and I want to make sure at least that he's in the range of that, and perhaps anyone else in there. Worst comes to worst, everybody just kind of feels good.
Yeah. All right. You channel positive energy as a speaking point of the climax of your speech, and you burst with bright, white, radiant energy that radiates outward in a sphere, and everyone just seems to feel good.
So who will join me? We cannot sit idle. Is that what your gods asked of you? To sit idle? You answered a call that very, very few have the privilege to. It is not a reward to be called by the gods. It is a duty. It is a summons. We will stand together, and we will protect these lands.
All right. He goes, protect, please. Do not. He just gets frustrated and he goes, fine. You people will have your way. But the end is nigh. And he turns away and walks out of the temple.
Tell Zanisha she's made very powerful enemies this day.
And he halts for a second and keeps on walking. So,
I love the music.
so two clerics join in. They come up to you after the speech, along with several common folk, which aren't, they're not joining you, but they're very enthused that you're going to take on this so-called threat that they haven't heard of before, as they think it's quite the it's the right thing to confront this evil, if there is such a thing. And two clerics come up to you, though, and they say, we will join your quest. No, or not your quest, but we will aid you in what you seek.
Of the 17 that were there, it's disappointing to see just how cowardly many have become. So, I greatly thank you for joining me on this.
Yes.
And hopefully together, while some priests may get fat and lazy, our blades will always be tempered and strong.
Very well. It's a young woman and a much older male. The guy's name is Clark, and the female's name is Claire, and they seem to look rather alike.
What temple?
This is both of Garum, actually.
Alright.
The others were of Turog and Desna. That seemed to be in the crowd, but you seem to sway them quite well. The ones that were thoroughly opposed were just on the fence, but they were not impressed enough with your speech, though it was a mighty speech indeed. But you did get two more. So you have the paladin and two clerics, and Tobias comes in to you, Roxy, and says, "I'm sorry, the traveling bards seem to have traveled on elsewhere."
Roxy says, that's quite alright. We managed to get some support.
Very good.
We, he says. We, he says.
Roxy says, "Hey, I mean, Quadrille did a decent job intimidating that guy down."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, who was that guy? Come on. Who was that guy? No one knows.
Just standing there, looking intimidating and beefy.
Alright.
That's what I do best.
It is true. That is what he is good at.
So the paladin comes in. He comes to the temple riding a silver steed. He kind of reins it up in the air, and then he hops off and pats the horse on the side and walks towards you in clad plate mail. Lifts up his visor. Are you Corral?
I am indeed, sir. Your name?
My name is Hector. I am here to aid you in the way of Garum. And you sense a very lawful presence about this person.
I'd expect.
Quadrille's gonna like that.
Well,
Roxy bows and says, "We thank you for your assistance."
As he look towards you, he's actually a very, very young paladin. You
Fucking
wouldn't
knew it.
expect someone to be this young and a paladin. He seems to be about 16. Very, very attractive, with black hair and almost black eyes. And he's actually a cavalier and paladin. He's multi-classed.
oh shit.
With every step makes a clink clank of the metal armor that he's wearing. So he doesn't seem to be the most dexterous one, but he could probably hold his own in a fight.
Can we judge what class Clark and Claire are? They look good?
They're clerics.
They're clerics.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get an idea at least that they're all on board, pretty much as listening to us. I mean, I'm just. I guess I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page with this. That of what we're doing, and especially our friend Hector, that he understands that the laws of the gods are more important than the laws of man.
All right. So, Tangle's back. She walks in to catch the tail end of that speech as everyone's
Yep.
leaving. The man in black and silver walks by her and gives her an evil glare. Not evil, a unfriendly glare.
What are you looking at?
And he just continues to walk.
Well,
Quadrille's just staring him down as he leaves.
Tango walks over to Quadrille and goes, "What the heck was all of that about?"
He found that he was not of the popular opinion, so we asked him to leave.
I take it that asked him to leave meant that you basically showed him the door with your axe or your...
No, I haven't left this spot.
Roxy points out we did have a tiger right sitting next to us too. So that's
Yes. So, where are we off to on this fine day?
Roxy says, "Well, we have one of two things. Either we should probably get this journal deciphered, and we should also do some reconnaissance around Zanisha's temple."
Tango prances around in front of everybody with her mithril shirt and says, "Looky, looky, looky!"
Also, make sure to update that in your character sheet.
It's been done.
All right, right on.
We're on it.
Sounds
Sweet.
good.
Yeah, I'm all leveled up and everything's all good to go.
Nice.
By the
Okay.
way, thanks to Alex for that.
No problem.
Thanks, Alex.
So I am sporting a Masterwork Mithril chainmail shirt plus 2.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's just +2 because Mithril is already masterwork.
Yeah,
So it's just +2 Mithril.
Let's hope
okay.
that that helps you stay on your feet a little longer.
Yes, yes. Let's hope so. Let's hope I don't spit anymore. I
Quadro's
now
just got
have
a playful smile. He doesn't mean anything by it.
I now have a armor class of 18, so it's a little bit better.
Nice.
Yes, Grunbelt, they in our YouTube videos, they're in the description link of every
Yep.
video.
Oh, he's asking about our character sheets. Yeah.
I can't paste the links into the chat, so but you can get to them by just going to our YouTube channel. They're in every video. So.
All right. So, what does the party want to do now?
I go over to Corral and I say congratulations. It looks like we may have Davrak's Fist starting. This could be the early days of Davrak's Fist, depending on how we make this go.
Not as many as I would have hoped for it, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. So
I would much rather go in with a lower key army than to storm the streets with a militia. I don't want that attention. I'm quite happy with our numbers.
Roxy says, Hector looks like he could be a nice frontliner for us.
All right.
I want to fight something. I'm feeling feisty.
Tangle's feisty right now.
Roxy puts an arm around Tangle and says, we can do that after we planned some. Just saying, don't want to repeat it last night.
That is true. Yes, we don't. By the way, to all of you, thank you for saving me. It was humbling.
You're brave, little one. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Roxy points out, we all had a lot of close calls. Except for Roxas here. Roxas like to follow you out.
So, I guess at this time, what I'd be interested in doing is starting reconnaissance of the Shadow Clock Tower, trying to see if there is actually any enemy movement, or if it's just a standalone, nothing in, nothing out tower. I would say maybe a couple hours of that would tell us how much movement there is in and out.
All right. Do you want to go take everyone, or do you just want to take a few people?
I think that we could all go, and I mean, I don't think we need Claire, Clark, and Hector, but I mean, the rest of us can go and try and gauge it. We've all got individual talents that could help strategize.
I can, but I have a feeling I'm going to weigh you down more than help you. I'm not too good at looking at things. I'm not too good at running.
My recommendation is we Tangle and Roxy would leave Roxas behind just because the Tiger's really...
I mean, I'm not looking to get that close to the building. I think that we could safely gauge the information I'm looking for from a distance. I would think that we could go to a shop or...
Here's what Roxy will do. She will, I suppose, just in disguise, of course, with her hat, and not having Roxas following her around. It's kind of a big giveaway. What she'll do is she'll do some reconnaissance just by asking around, hey, what have you heard about the old clock tower over there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
All right. So you make your way. So how many of you do end up going?
I probably wouldn't.
All right.
I have a feeling I've got stuff back at home to take care of.
So Roxy.
Reconnaissance is definitely Tangle's thing. So.
All right. So Tangle's going. Quadrule.
Yeah. So, sounds good. I mean,
right.
Really, I'm not looking to storm...
Hector decides to go with you as well.
All right.
Sounds good. Taking a big clanking piece of metal is not going to slow me down at all.
He goes,
see how this goes.
You will need me. I feel that you will need me very much. Let us go.
Sounds good.
Do not get in my way. He looks at you, Quadrule.
I look back down to him and I say, "You're new here. I would bind yourself."
I'm liking Hector already.
Yeah, Roxy. She just tells everyone.
And he cuts in front of Roxy and says, "Follow me," as he mounts his silver horse, Bane. He says, "I will trot slowly as you follow behind. Is that clear?"
Roxy says, "Sounds good to me."
And I whisper to Roxy, "I've killed children younger than 16."
And Roxy says, I don't know Rory might, I don't know where Rory stands on all this, but I don't think he'd appreciate you killing a paladin of Garral.
Rory doesn't give a shit.
Alright. So, the clanking, shiny horse, and you three follow at a distance, I suppose, into the, underneath the huge bridge of Magnamar.
I missed this part. Hector is a horse?
No, Hector is a paladin.
Okay.
Bane is the name's horse. It's the horse's name. God damn, is the name's horse. Jesus.
Okay, because Tangle, of course, loves a horse, so...
Of course.
Of course, Tangle loves a horse,
Horses, of courses.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so you guys go over here, under 4. It's very dark. It's always dark under this huge monument.
Roxy feels a little tense, so she's going to cast Mage Armor on herself.
All right. It's
So,
Iris fan.
Where is the Shadow Clock Tower?
It's here. It's underneath this bridge.
Underneath the bridge.
It's a huge bridge.
I would think that we could see the information that it's dark. We would need to get close to see.
No, it's like
just a big shadow, like an underpass.
Yeah, it's like when you're underneath a big tree.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not looking to get too close until we're ready to storm. I don't want them to have any idea.
As soon as you're walking down the pathway, as you know, there's cliffs right here, and you get into this like cul-de-sac type looking thing. You look off towards the north, and you see a towering, decrepit tower in the distance, actually. But lots of houses.
Can I tell that there is how many floors does it look like if I count the windows?
There's like a couple windows, but it looks to be like 100 feet or so.
Do they have light coming out of the windows?
No.
No.
You can't tell at this distance.
Okay. Are there any guards?
You can't tell at this distance.
Okay.
It's like something you see on the horizon. You see some spire.
Okay.
Because you're still a few minutes away.
Yeah.
But as you're walking in there, Roxy, you're gathering information. What do you say to these people?
Well, what are the people like around here?
People? What are we like? What do you mean?
No, I mean out of character. Like, what's the like socioeconomic state of this area?
All right. Well, Magnamar itself is home to about 16,400. About 80% of that are humans, and then the rest of that consists of halflings, dwarves, elves, gnomes, half-elves, and half-orcs. Basically in that order. So there's like 13,000 or so humans in Magnamar, and other 3,000 citizens are contained of halflings, dwarves, elves, gnomes, half-elves, half-orcs. But in this, under the bridge, though, it seems you see a lot of half-orcs, gnomes, and halflings. Normally people who would be up to no good, stereotypically.
Right, the stereotypical thug, the stereotypical pyromaniacs, and the stereotypical...
The people Quadril feels the most comfortable with. Outcasts. Alright.
Quadril's people.
Yep.
So yeah, she's in disguise.
Right on, brother.
So
Alright.
she's just gonna ask. So what are the? She's gonna ask. So what are the latest? She's gonna ask. So what's the deal with that clock tower? What's been going on around there? I've heard stories.
No one goes over there. There's been, hearsay of movement here and there.
Has it picked up recently in weeks, or has it always been this way?
It's always been crumbling, but it's picked up. I suppose. I don't know. We think someone's moved in.
Someone's moved in.
Some old drunkard at the tavern, of course, says he saw some type of slithering shape climb down the outside of the tower at night.
Surely not.
Surely not. And inside, it's very unsafe. Terrible stairs is what they're called on the inside. After the 10th unfortunate death this year, several years ago, the city ordered the tower to be closed.
Interesting. Have you ever had the privilege of being inside it?
Oh no, I would not dream to go inside that. It's a spooky place.
I don't blame you. We definitely won't be going in either, that's for sure.
Yeah,
just curious.
Tango looks disappointed.
So, we say, sounds good. So, what's the word on the street? What is, has there been any, I don't know how to word it, I guess. Has there been any
the murders that have been plaguing the city been prominent around here?
Around here? No. Not this part of town. You look very out of place as he stares up towards Hector. And Hector grabs the man that you're talking to and says, "You will tell us everything that you know. It is for the law and the greater good of Garum. Say now,
God
or
damn
be
it, Carl has
silenced
been duplicated.
forever."
I got two of them now.
And
God.
he rolls an intimidate check. Let me look up his intimidate here.
Roxy face palm.
Garum.
He's actually not too intimidating.
He's not too intimidating. Nice.
No.
He's a 16-year-old little brat, so I wouldn't be surprised.
And the guy just kind of laughs in his face, and Hector looks over at you, and just punches the guy, and throws him down. He goes, "This one will be of no use to us."
I say, "Thank you for your time, good sir. Have a great day." And just kind of start.
Roxy reaches
walking
into
away.
her pocket and hands him 5 gold pieces from her own farm.
And I look up at Hector. I'm like, "God damn it, kid! I'm doing reconnaissance. I didn't invite you. You need to mind your manners. Let me lead, and just sit there and
He
look pretty,
interrupts
which is
you.
what you're good at."
He looks down at you and goes, "Excuse me, monk."
He doesn't look down at me. I'm probably at his fucking level right now. Horse and
You're on
everything. I'm still.
horseback.
I know, but I'm just probably looking at him in the. He's a
No.
little 16-year-old little brat.
No,
Anyways.
he's 5'11" and on top of a war horse.
I know.
I'm gonna try diplomacy with this guy. Just
Hector,
Give
Yeah,
the kid his
exactly.
first kiss. Maybe he'll shut up.
what are you saying?
Tango's watching all this curiously.
All right.
She's gonna ask, can we do that once they refuse? The talk?
He was
giving
taking
us
too
in-
long. My time
But
is
he
very
was giving
valuable.
us good information. He confirmed that a serpent was in there, and Ironbriar.
You're
told
looking
us.
for a snake? Is that what this is all about? A snake? Are you that
Allow me a
enthused about a
matriarch.
serpentine shape?
Allow me a matriarch, half woman, half snake.
I know not of what that is. You speak silly things. Yeah.
We're just looking more and more curious at this point. After this bastard just punched him in the face, I'm sure we got a crowd going. So Quadra's gonna kind of blend in, and we're just gonna start leaving the scene of this
All right.
atrocity.
He follows along.